Hello YouTube, we are on the Real Programmer channel. It is about HTML and CSS. My name is Andrei. This is our 55 lesson. I greet you. We will talk about manual back at the long. Let's talk about. We do have our work cut for us on the long page, so let's get back to it. Did unitize the blue? Stylized paragraph when you looked at the final version of the long page in the beginning of the chapter. This paragraph contains text with the longest guarantee to their customers, and obviously they want to really highlight their promise. Let's take a closer look at the paragraph and then we'll build it. The paragraph has a aquamarine background. The text looks serif, not sans serif, and it's italic. There is even a graphic in the paragraph. Notice the paragraph looks indented a bit. The text is offset from the border. There is a stylish, ragged looking border. Exercise. See if you can identify the padding, border and margins of the paragraph. Mark all the padding and margins, left, right, top and bottom. Don't forget the long offers available to bring your laptop. Brain power. Before going on the next page, think about how you might use padding, borders and margins to transform an ordinary paragraph into the guarantee paragraph. Creating the guarantee style. Let's get started by making a few small changes to style of the guarantee paragraphs just to get a feel for how the paragraphs box is set up. So to do that, you're going to add the paragraph. To add the class called guarantee so that you can create some custom styles for just this paragraph. You're then going to add a border long with a little background color, which will let you see exactly how the paragraph is boxed. Then we'll get to work on the rest of the style. Here's what you need to do. First, open your long HTML file and locate the paragraph that starts your guarantee and the class attribute guarantee to the element like this. The class attribute with the value of guarantee. Remember, class will allow you to style this paragraph independently of the other paragraphs. 2. Save your long HTML file and open the long CSS file. You're going to add a border background color to the guarantee paragraph. Add the following CSS to the bottom of your style sheet and then save. First, the first three properties add a border to any element that is in the guarantee class. So far, just this paragraph, we're making the color of the border black and 1 pixel thick and solid. We are also going in the element background color, which will help you see the difference between padding and margins and make the guarantee look good. Test drive of the paragraph border. Reload the page in your browser and you now see the guarantee paragraph wheel and aquamarine background, then thin black border around it. Let's examine this a little more closely. It doesn't look like paragraph has any padding around it. The content, there is no space between the text and the border. But there does seem to be a margin on the top and bottom of the paragraph element. There isn't a noticeable margin between the left and the right edges of the paragraph and the browser window edges. Here's what the paragraph would like if we drew as a box model diagram. We've got the top and the bottom margin, but the left and right margins are very small. And we have a border, but it's right up against the content, which means the padding is set very small or there is no padding at all. Padding, border and margins for the guarantee. Now that you've seen how the padding, border and margins are currently set on the guarantee paragraph, let's think more about how we we actually like them to look. We definitely need some padding all around the content. And we want some more emergent space around the paragraph. We're also going to need a slightly different border. This border looks rigid, not like a solid line. Adding some padding. Let's start with the padding. CSS has a padding property that you can use the same padding for all 4 sides of the content. You can set this property either to a number of pixels or percentage. We'll use pixels and set the padding to 25 pixels. We're adding 25 pixels of padding to all sides of the content, top, right, bottom and left. Test drive with some padding. When you reload the page in your browser, you'll notice that text in the guarantee paragraph has a little more breathing room on the sides now. There is some space between the text and the border, and it's much easier to read. Notice that the background color is under both the content and the padding, but it doesn't extend into the margin. Now you can see 25 pixels of space between the edge of the text, content and the border. Now let's some margin. Margins are easy to add using CSS. Like padding, you can specify the margin, the percentage, or in the pixels you're going to add 30 pixels. Margin around the entire guarantee paragraph. Here's how you do that. We're adding 30 pixels. And of margin to all sides of the content, top, right, bottom, left. A test drive is emerging. When you reload the long page, you'll see the paragraph is really beginning to stand out on the page. With the margins in place, the paragraph looks inset from the rest of the text, and that, combined with the background color, makes it look more like a cloud than an ordinary paragraph. As you can see, with only a few lines of CSS, you are doing some powerful things. Now we have 30 pixels of margin on all sides. Exercise, if you look at the guarantee paragraph, it's supposed to look on its final form. It has an italic serif font line height greater than the rest of the page, and if you're looking really close, gray text, write the CSS below to set the line height to 1.9 em, the font style to italic, the color to hash 444444, and the font family to Georgia times New Roman times serif. Check your CSS with the answers in the back of the chapter, then type it in the test. And adding a background image. You're almost there. What's left? We still need to get the white guarantee style graphic into the paragraph and work on the border, which is solid black line. Let's tackle the image first. If you look in the chapter 9 long images folder, you'll find a GIF image called background GIF that looks like this. This image is a simple star-like pattern with in white against the transparent background. Notice that it also has a matte around it that matches the color of the background. Now just you need to get the image into your paragraph element, so you'll be using an image element, right? Not so fast. If you're adding an image to the background of an element, there is another way. Using CSS, you can add a background image to any element using the background image property. Let's give it a try and see how it works. Here's the property you add in the exercise in the previous page. Think about it. And this is to your CSS save and reload your page. Wait a sec, it seems like we have two ways to put images on a page. Is background image replacement for the image element? No, the background image property has a very specific purpose, which is to set the background image of an element. It isn't for placing images in a page. For that, you definitely want to use the image element. Think about it in this way: background images do presentation, and the only reason You would use the background image properties to improve the attractiveness of your element, and an image element on the other hand is used to include an image that has a more substantial role in the page, like a photo or a logo. Now we could have just placed the image inside the paragraph and we could probably get the same look and feel. But the guarantee star is pure decoration, it has real meaning on the page and it's only meant to make the element look better, so background image makes more sense. Let's drive in the background image. We'll talk about this in the next lesson. And this is our 55 lesson is over. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, please. Put likes, share with friends, comment with bananas, chocolate and nuts. Drink more water for the effective work of our brains. Bye.